Welcome to College Recruiting Unlocked, the game behind the game. I'm Coach Spree, and every week we pull back the curtains on what it really looks like to make it to that next level. And today's no different, right? No fluff, no gimmicks. But the thing about today is we have one of our very own on the show that's going to come on and talk a little bit about her success, where she is and where she's going. So today we have Nia Mott, a disciplined student athlete with a 4.21 GPA, a competitive golfer, and someone who understands what it means to balance academics and athletics at a high level. This is just the beginning of her journey, and she's definitely a one to watch, right, moving forward. So Nia, look, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, Coach. I'm glad to be here.
Awesome. So let's talk about this. Let's start at the journey. So take me back and tell everyone, where you're from, when golf became the it for you, and when you got serious about golf.
So I was born in Washington Township, New Jersey. My dad said that I would always used to play with his practice foam balls when I was little. And then at 3 years old, I moved to Texas and I started going to the driving range with my dad. And then I started getting lessons at 5 years old with my current coach, Coach Terrell Bayman, at Cypress Wood Golf Course.
Awesome. So I was going to say from the Big Apple, but close enough to the
Yes.
Big Apple, all the way down south to Texas, right? Now, let's talk about recruiting itself, right? This is we're on this call to talk about. So let's talk about what it for you. Well, before we ever connected, what did recruiting look for you before Pro 7?
Yes, so before Pro 7, honestly, I was a little bit stressed out because I honestly didn't really know much about the recruitment process. I don't think I started as early as I should have. I think I started Pro 7 sports in around sophomore year. I'm glad that I have it now because it really helped me. The steps that gave me were good, and I was able to make a recruiting profile, and I know a lot more now. I'm actually talking, I was able to see a few schools and saw emails and stuff, and it really helps.
Well, that kind of leads into next question I had for you. Kind of changed you joining Pro 7 Sports, and I heard you say that coaches have seen your profile, have received emails, and you had an opportunity to meet some of these coaches as well. Anything else kind of changed for you once coming on board?
Yeah, I just feel like I have more of recruiting world or community, the process or whatever. I just feel like I know more, feel more organized because I have this account, and it's really helpful. It's a very organized way because I don't know how people just can go into the recruitment process.
That's good stuff. And always try to preach that you got to have a plan. You have to have a strategy in recruiting, especially now. It comes to one-person sports, right? You definitely have to have a plan. And I'm happy that you have one. I'm happy that you're having these conversations with coaches. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. Now, I need your help here.
Right.
What do you feel other athletes need to know and understand recruiting that you've learned that could help them?
Okay. Thing I've learned is that everyone is going to respond first. When you're sending emails to coaches and stuff, keep sending emails over and over. If they don't respond after the first one, it's not the end of the world. If they end up responding to you, that's a good thing, because if they don't, then means they're not interested in you all. But if they do respond to you, let me see what else. Also, make sure to really put yourself out there. Procrastinate with making the account and start as early as you can, because it's a really good step to have.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head twice with what you just said. The consistency that wins at the end of the day. But that consistency sometimes comes with boring duties, right? Mm-hmm. I'm sending an email, I'm not getting a response. I'm sending another, I'm not getting a response. But the consistency of doing that will only end up getting you what you want, is conversations and opportunities.
Right.
So great advice. So now I want to talk about goals now. So what are some of Nia Mott's goals moving forward?
So on the course, I would really like to just shoot more consistently in the 70s. I do shoot in the 70s, but I need to be more consistent. I'll shoot in the 80s. And I'm really just trying to stay in that to low 70s mark. my goals in the classroom, I really would like to have all A's. Like, I want to have a 4.25 GPA at least, because it's just important to me. And also it'll help, especially with like scholarship stuff like that. So that's really important.
Yes, I love it. I love it. I wish I was as smart as you in school. Trust me.
Thank you.
Uh, Look, here's the part that I really love, and that is we want to make a pitch to college coaches, right? This is where you get an opportunity to let college coaches know who you are and what you bring to the table. So look into the camera, let the college coaches viewing this know exactly who you are and what they're getting by bringing you on board.
I have a really good work ethic, as you just heard, like really serious about my grades. I'm really serious about the sport, like really make sure that I put my all. Really disciplined. I make sure, like I get home from school, I do all my work immediately. I go to practice like every day. And if I do not go to practice, I have like my garage, I have like place where I can just practice my swing, and really useful to me. And I'm like, I don't go a day without working on my swing. I'm really coachable. Since I've been playing for a while, like I feel like I can pick up on what like coaches like me to do with my swing faster. Sometimes it can be hard for me, but like just everybody. But I feel like honestly, like athletic. So I'm able to get it done more naturally.
Gotcha.
And I have a competitive mindset. I want to get out there. I want to help my team win, like really do.
Awesome. See, so college coaches, I hope you're listening to this. You're not just getting a golfer, you're getting a complete student athlete, someone who has a passion in the classroom and has that same passion on the course as well. So I love that. I absolutely love that. So look, Nia, what we do on all of our shows is we leave our families with some actionable tips. So I'm going to go ahead and do that now. I'm going to leave some actionable tips for our listeners that they can use in their recruiting journey. And number one is clean up your social media, because it is your digital resume to college coaches. Yes, you may send an email, a coach may respond to that email, but to find out more about you, I can guarantee you they're going to your social media to find out who you are versus asking you, right? Number two is build a strong athletic and academic profile, something Nia has done. But I want all athletes to understand they're student athletes, and building the academic side, you as an athlete is uberly important. There's so much money in academics. So build a strong athletic and academic profile. And then third and last, have a real recruiting plan. You don't hope for the best. Don't go out and just play as good as you can and hope that someone finds you. Have a plan. Have a strategy. Sit down with your family and figure out what that plan and strategy is, and then put it in play. So if you're an athlete or a parent trying to figure out, all alone, don't. Find a proven strategy and follow it. That's what we've built here at Pro 7 Sports, and that's why we have set at 100% placement our athletes, because we build strategies that work. So I got it's called a pressure question for you, right? It's going to put you in the hot seat for a minute here. So golf is a mental game, right? No crowd noise when it's your moment. You hide behind, no teammates to really rely on in the moment. It's just you. So how do you handle pressure when everything comes down to that one swing?
All right. So something that really stuck with me that my dad always told me is that the only swing that matters in golf is the next one. And that's really good, because like how people will shoot like high scores because like so like about like just shank that ball, like no, like what am I gonna do? But honestly, just learn from that and go on to the next swing. That's the most important thing that you can do. And whenever I begin to feel stressed, I usually just try to suppress my emotions by thinking about everything that I already know, because I already know the game. So I can't like stress myself out. I just try not to press myself too hard. And whenever I'm just more chill, that's when I'm able to play my best.
That's what separates good athletes from the elite ones. So that's an elite mindset. And if I remember correctly, Dad played football. Am I correct?
Yes, sir.
So I understand the next play. So if you can't get to the next play, then your mindset's thrown off, your game's thrown off. and you're not able to compete at a high level. But if you're able to go to that next play, that next swing, that next moment, that's where it lies. That's where success lies. So that's awesome. So finish this sentence for me, right? So it's all said and done. When it's over, Nia Mott, what will she be known for?
I will be known for my resilience despite how mentally taxing the game of golf can be.
Awesome. So look, major thanks to you, Nia, for stepping up and sharing your journey. It's not luck. It's not luck at all. It's discipline, it's direction, it's exposure, and what we've talked about, consistency. So if you want to be the next athlete in front of college coaches, start with the College Prospect Report. You can go to collegeprospectreport.com and get evaluated, get on the radar, find out where you are in recruiting and how we can possibly help you. Parents, don't wait. Waiting is a dream killer, and the clock is always ticking. This has been College Recruiting Unlocked, the game behind the game. I'm Coach Spree, and we'll see you next time.